And like that, we're already at Dungeon 7, Eagle's Tower. Now, a lot of this, I've kind of been bumblefucking my way through the game, but never more so than in Eagle's Tower.
Oh, this tower.
There's like whole swaths of this dungeon that I completely miss, but I somehow make it through anyway.
Yeah, this tower is... It's a dungeon, that's for sure. Are you wearing those birds, by the way?
Funnily, there's not many birds in the dungeon itself, so... There's more of these blocks.
Also, you'll notice, this dungeon has 4 floors. But they're not very big.
There's also this higher section, but there are no stairs, so you have to drop down onto them.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiling it now, I never do, so... There's a few chests up there, but I never gather anything.
Yeah. They're just money, I think.
Now, the main gimmick of Eagle's Tower is that on this floor, there are 4 pillars, and we need to use this ball, throw that ball against the pillars, which will knock the top of the tower down, and then we can get to the boss from there.
Right, and the ball is actually one of the only items in the game that you can carry that will stay where you put it, even if you leave the room.
And if you somehow end up throwing it into a hole or whatever, it'll respawn back in that first room.
Very handy.
But it also means I need to find a switch. There we go.
They did this again, kind of, in the Oracle games. I think it was the Seasons dungeon, where you toss those ice crystals down onto the lava. You had to carry them through the dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
Similar, but not quite the same.
And it's sort of a similar case how in the last dungeon we just got a better power bracelet. The mirror shield, you don't do much with it. It can now reflect BMOS beams and also fire, which is only in one situation, but...
Right, there's only one actual use for the shield that you really need it for. And if you wanted to, you could leave right now and go do the other dungeon.
Yeah.
And get the really cool item in it.
The game does check that you've got all of the instruments, though, right?
Yeah, you can't wake the windfish without all 8. If you go up there and play the song, it'll say something like, you know, you're not powerful enough or something. I don't remember.
You're not orchestral enough.
Right. You call this an 8-part orchestra? The windfish is not amused. The Bane of Peahats is just waiting till they land.
So we haven't really seen it in Link's Awakening, but you could tell from that tile set in the other room. That means that you can drop down there and you'll go to a floor below.
Right, the gray holes, that's usually what they mean.
Except in that room, all the holes are blocked off. But there will be other rooms where we can drop down.
They're decorative. Hey, look, it's a Goomba outside of a 2D section.
Yeah.
I don't think you really see that anywhere else.
As an example.
There he is.
Well, he's not a bird.
I don't know what it is.
It's like a skeleton man. Those are kind of birds.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're more like bats.
Yeah. So this guy is the boss of the dungeon, and he taunts you.
Yeah, I like that there's a nice continuity of this dungeon. You fight the boss also as the mini-boss.
I see you're rupee farming.
I don't know why. I don't think I'd buy anything. That's the name of my distortion pedal.
You KKK?
Earlier in the LP, this room would have sucked.
Yeah. Getting the boomerang is very great. So we have the Nightmare's key already, which is great. But we're not going to see the Nightmare for a little while.
This dungeon took me like an hour to go through.
Yeah, I'm imagining every screen wipe is actually just shaving 40 minutes off.
At least 5. I get lost beyond belief.
Do you remember where you put the ball?
Nope.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they had some kind of indicator on the map. Hey, it's Kirby! Yet another Game Boy character with a cameo.
I like how happy and bouncy he is.
Yeah, if you sit there long enough, he'll actually start sucking in like he does in his real game. Sadly, he doesn't absorb your power.
Well, had that even been part of him by this point?
Mm-hmm.
Because in his first game, he couldn't do that.
That's correct. We're seeing classic Kirby here. Oh, such a maze, this dungeon. So that puzzle's pretty obvious.
Nope.
Hey, did you know there's a... Yeah, I can sense it. You're pretty unbelievably lost right now.
I'm also quite frustrated.
We've seen this room before. So Eagle's Tower is one of those dungeons that, if you know how to do it, because you've beaten the game a couple times, you can beat it really, really quickly. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's your first time, it can take you upward of an hour or more.
Damn it, I wish I had the rooster.
He's afraid of coming inside.
This gets old.
Yeah, it does. There is an owl statue, I don't know if you talk to it or not, that tells you that you have to do this pretty much.
And I'm a moron. Watching now, it's incredibly obvious to me I could have just put down the ball, hit the switch, and then gone to the other room.
Yeah, like I said, if you know what you're doing, it's really fast to beat this dungeon.
See, there's a chest up there. Not getting that.
If you're glitching the game, that chest contains an infinite number of power bracelets. I think I picked up like 5 of them.
Yeah. Because you kept cycling through the room and it kept sending you back to the same room.
Right. Hey, that'll be helpful. We're 3/4 of the way through the dungeon now.
Am I supposed to beware the beak of the bird?
Maybe.
Ah, damn it. Greatly confused the boomerang.
It was very dedicated to you. I can almost hear you thinking.
No, I think the gears in my brain had just rusted to a stop. There we go.
We've solved the puzzle.
Because you can move that block out of the way. I'm getting my inventory confused.
I get it. It's okay.
And then I do this.
Oh boy.
You could see for like 1 frame I was looking down, and that was the frame where I pressed the button.
McFly is just staring at the pole. He's drunk. He doesn't have any coordination right now.
Exactly.
It's okay.
I can blame it on everything but myself.
Our boy's doing his best.
Well, he's not best, he's McFly. I sort of have the right idea here.
Yeah.
I could move one of the bottom switches out of the way and drop a bomb there, and the blast would go through the crack.
You still don't have your ball, though.
So there's Cyclops. Let's kill him very quickly. In any other game, they're a threat.
Yeah. You also benefited from fighting him once in the color dungeon, so you knew how easy it was.
Yep. Well, I think we fought one of them in, like, one of the first dungeons, too.
Right.
I had some trouble with these guys getting the timing right. It was always the last one.
Right.
Well, here I am, and I don't have my ball.
Yeah, you're supposed to take it and throw it across that gap there.
Like, the tiles kind of look like a person here.
It's a tile golem.
There it is.
That's what I meant to do.
Bounces off the pillar, smacks him in the face.
Yeah. Knocks him out for a good couple days.
Wakes up, still drunk. But did I need to?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
I don't know if jumping on the Goomba in a non-side-scrolling section will give you a heart.
I don't know if you can. So I think I tried. Or at least back during a side-scrolling part, because I don't think you can jump high enough with the rock's feather to get above it.
Alright, let's try this again. No!
Yes.
Well, I guess that's one way.
Well, because now I can go in the rooms above. And wait that out again.
Everything's looking up McFly. Yes, I know how that sounded.
Everything's looking up for him.
I was doing a Millhouse joke.
That's everything's coming out of there.
Oh, right. That's even worse. Oh, God. Everybody's dead now.
And crunch.
How is the tower still standing? That was a large portion of the structure.
Yeah. Bug this.
Yeah, that's just easier.
Okay, so that fourth floor, you don't even go there.
No, there's no reason to ever be at the top of the tower. I mean, there's treasures, but nothing worth grabbing. Hey, where's the nightmare? It can't be these Goombas.
Goombas are never a nightmare.
They're just so happy.
Here we go.
Alright, welcome to one of the only exterior boss fights. I kind of like this boss fight. It's different. You're fighting him in the side-scrolling mode.
Oh, there's the bird to beware.
Look at that bird! We're gonna beware that motherfucker.
See, those aren't his helpers, he's just got bad fleas.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Yeah, he does a pretty good bit of damage too. That was 2 hearts for the bird beak touching you.
How's the boomerang fare? It doesn't.
It doesn't work at all. Surprisingly, you really should beware that bird. What the f- You were too OP. He
Yep.
didn't even attack you. So he does another attack where he flies in and blows wind at you and feathers that do damage and tries to throw you off the tower. But you didn't even let him, you monster.
Why would you choose anything other than the red tunic?
I know, the DX version made this game way too easy. It was easy to begin with. The organ? This belongs in a church.
I don't know why I'm trying to turn on my stylophone when I've got a keyboard right next to me, too. Nope.
And you... you practice so hard.
Well, that's what happens when I don't practice.
Alright, well we beat another dungeon. We've only got one more to go.
But we still got plenty of stuff to do in the meantime.
I know, there's things to do. There's a secret seashell over there.
And a photo.
And a photo. We're basically on top of the world, so... might as well take a picture.
He calls it close call before the picture becomes appropriate.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Too bad the DX version didn't add a selfie mode. Because I would totally selfie next to Chicken Man.
Here's what happened to the rooster. You got a new friend.
Yeah, this guy's having a ton of fun.
So last time we accidentally ended up at the Raft game.
That's right.
In order to get over it, you need the hook shot to get across that little river. And that's just an outlet for at the very end of the Raft game.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's just called Raft.
Raft. Oop.
A weird audio glitch.
Do you know why the game does that sometimes? Because it does it a lot, like, at the beginning of boss fights, too.
I think it has something to do with the sound effect that plays when the text is typing, and it played at just the right time, and it caused an audio glitch. Because bosses tend to also talk to you when you run into their room. Oh boy, we're rafting now. Oh god, this is looking dangerous.
So just walk the raft over to this second waterfall to get all the good stuff. Now, the annoying thing about this is you can't control it very much. You're mostly at the whims of the rapids, and also you can't move backwards.
Where is Dimitri?
Music's fun, though.
It's a good place to farm rupees, though, if you need some money. Because there's a lot of them.
Well, that depends on how good you are at it, because it costs 100 to get here. And depending on how badly you do, the best you can do is probably get 100. And depending on where you go, you can also get, like, inventory pickups. And here's where we were back in the Face Shrine.
Right, so playing the Raft game earlier, like you should, or, well, you could do, that's meant to tease you. And you're like, how do I get to that treasure chest?
So, like, depending on the path you take, you may get, like, no rupees at all.
Hey, but we got some arrows.
So let's take a better path. To do that, you want to go all the way to the left. And then go down this second waterfall.
There we go.
This is how we get access to 2 rupee chests.
That would be a secret seashell, I believe.
I think they're just rupees. I think the only seashell is the one you get in Face Shrine.
Really?
And I know this because I looked all this up because I actually missed the Raft game and I had to go back to a save state that I had.
Righto.
Right at this point. But there's really nothing pertinent here.
No.
It's just rupees and inventory pickups.
But yet we're doing it again. Here we go.
I forgot I didn't have the feather equipped there.
McFly, shouldn't you be, saving the world or something?
I want to do the good path.
More rafting.
I want to prove this isn't a complete waste of money.
Meanwhile, the Hyrule guards are pulling him over and giving him a ticket for rafting while under the influence.
An RUI.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that rupee, damn it. No.
Now, this is a little weird.
Yeah, they're actually floating over the vines.
Well, whatever. And this is right around those ruins.
Rafting is fun.
And this cave takes us right back to it.
Alright, let's do it again.
So once you beat the Eagle's Tower, we have crossed this bridge before. This is the point you actually are supposed to head in this direction now. Marin's here.
How the hell did she get there? Hey, drunk!
Why were the monsters fucking with you?
Right. She's afraid of heights, and she's at the highest point in the world. But ellipses.
I thought it was going to say, man!
Nah, it wasn't important. See ya. I think she was gonna totally ask you out.
Oh, she tried to kill everyone instead.
Okay.
I mean, what is sleeping other than waiting?
It's advanced waiting.
Just remember this area.
Yeah, that's the one and only use for the level 2 shield. I mean, it does have other uses, but that's the only required use.
And funnily enough, we're right on the path to the next dungeon already. You could go straight from Eagle's Tower to the next one.
Hey, the dungeon's pretty much right next to you.
Have you ever actually looked in those cabinets? I put something in every one, and I've forgotten all of it. Let's bring life back to the turtle.
Hey, turtle. Turtle Rock, callback to Link to the Past.
And now let's kill it again!
Hey, what did you... Oh, no! You are a monster.
See, it was dead, but it was in the way.
It's no excuse, McFly.
So yeah, second occurrence of Turtle Rock in Zelda. Sort of become a recurring dungeon, at least dungeon name.
Are you bad enough, dude, to gut a turtle? And fight fire with fire?
And that will be next time, and that will be the final dungeon.
Burn, baby, burn.